Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of this Sims 3 house design video. So if you haven't seen the first part, I recommend that you check that out. So head on over and look at that if you haven't seen this, because it shows you where or how I got to this point. But essentially, this house is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom house with a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom guest house, and I'm building it in Plymouth Isle on lot number 35. So essentially in the last part, we built the whole outside of the house and we did most of the interior of the main house. But right now we're kind of continuing here with the final bedroom in the main house. So this is on the 3rd floor, the top level, kind of in the main tower area. And we did another kid's bedroom downstairs, so this is the second one. And this one's a little bit smaller. I didn't end up putting a desk in it. Instead, just kind of this 4-poster bed. We have like a dresser, and we have a bookshelf, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of a smaller bedroom. Kind of it's a blue color scheme. Most of the bedrooms are like green. I don't know why. I just kind of went for a lot of green. But yeah, so like a lot of the downstairs bedrooms are green. We have like that one kind of like purplish room. But yeah, so this one's blue, and it has like a little closet and, no clothes in it. There was only room for me to like make a bigger closet for clothes. But yeah, so essentially like in the last part, that was kind of all the footage that I recorded, everything I'd done this house back in September. So I started this house back in September, and now that it's November, well, actually this video is going out in December, but I'm recording this in late November. So essentially this is when I finished it up. So this second part is basically all the stuff that I did recently. So yeah, I just kind of ran out of time when I started it because this was like a really long project. This whole video, like all together, is an hour and like 9 minutes of building, sped up 7 times. So that's why I split this up into 2 parts. So yeah, it just makes it a little bit, easier to get through, I guess. But yeah, essentially we finished that first bedroom, or actually the last bedroom there, and we're doing the bathroom on this top floor. So this bathroom, pretty simple, has a tub shower combo and then like sink and toilet, and it's kind of green and blue colored, I guess. So yeah, essentially that is the just kind of guest bath, or just the bathroom for that bedroom that's up there. So yeah, good to have. But I think that's pretty much it for the 3rd floor and 2nd floor of this house. I still have to do the basement, and I still have to do a couple rooms on the 1st floor, so we're going to get to those. And then, of course, there's the guest house that we have to do, and all the landscaping. So that's essentially what I'm going to be covering in this episode, or in this part, I guess. Not only episodes, I'm used to saying that, but yeah. And at the end of this video, there's going to be plenty of screenshots, so I recommend that you stick around for those. But anyway, I guess we're going to hop downstairs to the basement, just do the half bathroom. I guess I was kind of in a bathroom state of mind. So it's moving along from one bathroom to the next. So yeah, this is the basement half bathroom. It's actually the only half bathroom on the lot. All the other bathrooms are full bathrooms. But yeah, pretty simple. Kind of continuing the theme of having like these interesting colors in the bathrooms. This one is black. So you have like the black sink and the black toilet. So yeah, and just getting some rugs in here as well, but pretty simple downstairs bathroom, I guess. So yeah, rug action there. Wow. And I don't know if I do the basement now. I might. So yeah, the basement is essentially just kind of like a less formal living space, because like the formal living room is on the 2nd floor. So this is just kind of like another living space. It's like a little bit more informal. So yeah, there's a nice fireplace here though, access to the pool from like 3 different doors that kind of go outside, which is pretty nice. And then I also have kind of a pool table room through the back, and also a bar in this space. So it's kind of like a nice, more just area that's just not like the stiff rooms that are kind of upstairs. It's just more of like a hangout space, I guess, or like an entertaining space. But yeah, anyway, here I'm also just adding in a little bit of kind of a cutaway in the foundation, so I could put some windows into this room here. I was originally just going to make this like a storage room or whatever, but I decided to make it like a nice pool table room, because it's like, why not? So yeah, I added a couple windows there at the back that just kind of look out to the like under the porch, so it's not like it has a view or anything, but it's at least something. So anyway, here's putting some plants in this kind of living room area. There's a nice TV there over the fireplace, and just essentially gonna recolor some stuff. But yeah, it's fairly simple. just kind of a secondary living space. I just thought, why not? I mean, I'm going to have this like walkout basement because of the way the lot is kind of very hilly, so I might as well take advantage of this kind of space here, especially since there's so many windows and doors. You know, it's kind of like a nice living room area. I also added this bar here, so it's just kind of like I guess a wet bar because it has a sink. I don't know much about bars, but yeah, this is a nice little area here. So just basically just the bar, some cabinets, like, or some counters, one cabinet and a sink there. And I think I put a mini fridge in as well, yeah. So I guess you can serve stuff there without having to go up to the kitchen, which I guess is nice. But the kitchen is at the very top of those stairs, so it's also kind of convenient. But anyway, just putting in some stools there, and I'm also going to just, do some recoloring, get some curtains in, of course. And the garage is right down here as well, so the garage is actually right off of this room. So yeah, if you arrive by car, that's the room you first enter into, is this one here. But anyways, a bookshelf there, and the pool table room kind of has some nice bookshelves just lining the wall there. And also I changed out the door to an archway just so it's like a little bit nicer, just to kind of get in there. But yeah, just doing some wallpaper stuff in here. And I also, it's not like there's too much going on in this room. It's basically just some bookshelves, a pool table, a couple chairs. That's basically it. So yeah, it's fairly simple. But anyway, I'm just doing who knows what right now. I'm not entirely sure, just looking around, I guess. Oh, getting a rug. So yes, putting a rug in the kind of living room space right there, and a little rug there for the bar, and some lighting. Just kind of making sure it's nice at nighttime. But yeah, essentially we're going to move on now to this pool table room. Just getting a rug in, recoloring actually I think I switch out the pool table. Yeah, I do. This one kind of suited the house a little bit better. I also like the plumb bob in the middle. It's kind of a nice touch. And yeah, so what's happening here? Getting in some artwork with tapestry, so that's nice, putting that on the wall. And I'm also going to get in a couple other chairs just for some seating. So yeah, pretty simple room. But I thought it was a little bit nicer than just having just an empty random storage room. I thought it was good to make use of the space there. But anyway, we're moving on to, I don't know, the study. So anyway, the study is actually a really interesting room. So because it's a 2-story room, so it's in the tower. So it's like a double level ceiling. So I actually decided to take advantage of that by making the bookshelves go all the way up to the top, and then kind of making this little balcony area with a ladder. Now it's not functional just because of the way I had to place the ladder to make it like not look weird. So your Sims can't actually like use the ladder to get up there. It's just for looks, but I still feel like it's really cool. I don't know. I kind of like love like the bookshelves, like the really tall bookshelves that have like those like ladders that kind of move along a track so you can like get up to them. So that's kind of what this was inspired by. Or like in a lot of like older libraries, kind of like fancy libraries, they have like a second little like level, like a mezzanine level that has like the bookshelves in it. So I thought this would be kind of cool. So yeah, that's what I did in this room. So it's kind of a small room, but it's a nice little touch there. And of course the desk here as well. So yeah, this study here is kind of accessible just like off like the very front entrance. You don't even really go through the house to get to it. It's just right by that front door. But you have like a nice little chair in here, computer desk, and plenty of bookshelves, which I don't even know if any of the bookshelves are usable in this room because there's like the chair and the lamp blocking them, but it's for looks. It looks cool, so that's all that really matters anyway. But anyway, here I'm just getting in some just different colored curtains and stuff, and a rug. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the study. I thought it was kind of nice, interesting little room. I really liked the kind of 2-story bookshelf. I thought that was kind of different. So anyway, recoloring the rug a little bit more, and I think that's it for the study. The other small room here is the drafting room. So I didn't really know what to do with this room because I just had it. It has a door that goes out to the back kind of balcony there. And yeah, essentially it's just a room that has like a drafting table in it. I think I put like a chair in it and a bookshelf. That's kind of like it. So yeah, it's the drafting room. I don't know. It's like a certain point, this house has just so many rooms, I don't really know what to put in them. So I just settled on this because it's kind of good to have a drafting table. I should have included a chess table somewhere, but I just forgot about doing that, so oh well, but that's fine. You can add that in if you want. You can download the house, link in the description below as always. So yeah, if you want to add in anything or change anything, you're free to do so. But anyway, here I'm just adding in some details there in the drafting room here. So just like a bookshelf, and it's like formal portrait there over the bookshelf, also some plants and just some recoloring here. But yeah, essentially that's it for that room. Kind of a rug as well, but yeah, otherwise not too much going on there. I think that's it for the first floor of the house. So we're probably going to move on to just some final things here. So like the garage, actually pretty happy with the garage considering it's just a garage. I kind of like went a little bit more detailed than I usually do here. So getting in like kind of a nicer wall texture. So it kind of has like the nice molding on it, which I thought looks kind of cool. And so just putting that around and also recoloring the lights. I recolored the flooring as well. And I'm also going to put in just some details and stuff, most of it from Fastlane stuff. That's what I usually use for garages, just because, it's the pack that kind of suits that. But anyways, kind of get a little workbench in there, kind of a trophy case, because I guess why not? So putting that in. I also get in a bicycle as well, and just some other knickknacks just kind of around the room. But yeah, pretty nice garage here. Kind of fits nicely there under the house. So yeah, and there's also of course a second garage as well that's underneath the guest house. I don't actually end up putting a car in that one, but I do put just like some wooden logs in there. I kind of imagine that there would be like storage for wood for the fireplaces, I guess, if they're wood burning. Maybe they're wood burning fireplaces, so they like store wood in the garage. I mean, I haven't gotten to that yet, but you'll see it. But anyway, yeah, just putting in some things just around the room here, just some details and stuff, but yeah, nothing too crazy, just making it look kind of nice. A little bit more stuff than I usually put in my garages. Also some flowers there outside. But yeah, and this is the other garage here underneath the guest house. Yeah, so this one doesn't have a car in it, but it does have the logs. So I also put blinds in the windows in this one because it has windows in it. Also a side door there that goes out to the pool area, so that's kind of how you can get in other than the garage door. But yeah, there's like this extra space at the end, so I'm just going to put the logs there because I guess why not? Yeah, so what's happening next? I guess we'll find out in a moment. It's kind of like adding some stone texture inside all the chimneys because I like to have that kind of detail. So yeah, here's the guest house. I guess we're starting on that now. So the guest house is nicer than a starter home. It's about the size of a starter home, but it's a bit nicer. And yeah, it's kind of owned completely separate home that's on the property. It's kind of like right off the back of the main house. And I imagine this would be for like, I don't know, if it's like extended family that are coming to visit, they could take this house or something, or like in-laws or something like that. It's kind of like an extra kind of guest suite here that has like its own kitchen, living room, dining room, bedroom, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is the kitchen. For some reason, the appliances are really lagging out on me, kind of making it weird. But anyway, the kitchen is right there, kind of like a small living room and a dining room area. And again, like the rest of the house is not like a modern, fancy. Well, I guess it's kind of nice, but it's a little dated. That's kind of like the whole theme here. It's like an old house. So it's not like super modern, but it's still nice. So like the guest house kind of carries that theme. So, it's a little bit more dated, but it's still, it's nice to have the guest house, I guess. But I kind of like the vibe that it has. Anyway, going for some tile there on the walls and on the counters, kind of recoloring the appliances, kind of this like pinkish color, and getting the tile backsplash there kind of around. Also nice column there just to kind of cap off the wall. And yeah, so you can see pretty simple layout. There's actually like no TV in here. I didn't really think it was necessary. It's also kind of nice that it goes like right out to the pool. The bedroom actually in the guest house kind of just overlooks the pool with like a nice bay window, which I thought was cool. Right now I'm just adding a little bit of just some kind of fencing just around these foundation walls. I also kind of add little details to the corners of the foundation walls, which is something I tend to do on a lot of my builds. So it's probably like nothing shocking. I'm sure you've seen me do it a bunch of times, but yeah, I kind of add these like little bits on the corners with constrained floor elevation. They're kind of higher up and have lights on them. I also wanted to really put stairs here to this door, but I just couldn't get it to work. So I just was like, whatever, I'll just have the terrain go down. But anyway, here I'm just making a nice little entrance to the guest house. So it's like a little front porch for it there, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. And just doing some touch-ups here. And yeah, I think, I also put some stairs right here that go from kind of that back door to like the driveway, which I thought would be good because that way you don't actually have to go like through the house, like around the other side to get to the guest house because it was kind of like an enclosed space. So that kind of fixes that. Anyway, right here, I'm going to start making these little kind of embellishments. The edges of the foundation here is a little challenging just because of all the stuff happening with constrained floor elevation, but yeah, I was kind of like interfering with the main house there, but it's fine. Anyways, putting these around, so you'll see me just kind of add these on, and I'm going to put some lights on them and make it look kind of nice. So, it's just like a nice little extra detail. It's something I like to do a lot, especially with these foundation walls. But yeah, so just doing that, trying to make sure it doesn't mess up the whole house here. And yeah, so just doing that. For some reason, I accidentally deleted all the flooring there. That's on the under the roof area. But anyway, here just doing it around the pool as well. So yeah, just nice foundations. A lot of retaining walls on this lot just because of how sloped it is. It's not even steep. It's just like this gradual slope, but it's just very very like a very big differential in the height of the terrain. So it's kind of cool to have like these different steps that kind of work their way down. Like you have the front of the house there, like the first level is like on the street level from the front, but then like around the back you have like the basement kind of walks out, and then like a whole level below that's the pool, and like a half level below that is like the bottom of the lot. So it's kind of like this nice kind of stepping down in the landscaping, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyway, I also added this little ladder here in the bedroom in the guest house that kind of just goes up to the attic space. 'Cause I thought, why not make that kind of a finished space instead of just like leaving it. So yeah, but anyway, this is the bathroom, just kind of a layout that I'm putting in the guest house here. I'm going to, I think, at some point come back here, do some coloration or some creative style stuff to it because I haven't gotten to that yet, but doing that now, just recoloring some of the stuff here in the guest house. So yeah, this is another reason why, again, this house took so long to make, because I'm basically doing a whole nother house in this video, because this whole guest house took probably more time than just a single starter home. So, that's why it's a 2-part house build. So much going on here, but I think it was really worth it. It's just like a cool house. It's a nice centerpiece to like the town center, because this house like is right in the town center. So I think it's kind of nice to have here because, it's something I want to spend a lot of time on. And I imagine that the house next door is something else I also want to spend a lot of time on too. So, because this is kind of like because like in the town center is like, on either side are like rows of residential lots, so I imagine that those would kind of be nicer older houses. So that's kind of like why I'm making this house this way, because it's kind of like the main one of those. I think it's like the biggest lot in the town center that's a residential lot. So yeah, but anyway, here just adding in some details here, some rugs, some appliances in the kitchen, a little trash can there. I also add in some stools there for like that counter. Just doing some recoloring and stuff, a little runner rug in the hallway there, and I'm also getting a little side table, just some nice little details here just to make it look a little bit more polished and a little bit fancier. So just doing that. And I think maybe some artwork. No, not there, just in the bedroom here. Yeah, and I think this bedroom may also be kind of green. I don't know, for some reason with this house I just had a very big focus on green bedrooms. I don't know why. It's just like all the bedrooms, like a lot of the bedrooms just ended up having a green color scheme. So I guess this one's also that way, but has a nice kind of a view out to the pool there. You can see I have like the nice bay window in it, which is kind of nice. Said the word nice there too many times, so never mind. Don't worry about it. But here's getting in some lamps in this room and getting some details, of course. So I'm going to get in rug there and some curtains, of course, just pulling some of the stuff from the main house here just so it all kind of matches. Of course, there's a closet as well, so just getting some clothes in there. And yeah, I think we're just going to tackle the bathroom next. And that'll actually pretty much be it for the guest house. It's not huge, just a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, but I think it kind of like finishes off the corner of this lot nicely and also kind of acts like the second garage. I mean, I originally just intended this just to be the garage, like just a detached garage. But then I was like, well, why not just add a whole house on top? Why not? So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Anyway, here in the bathroom, just kind of getting in some stuff, same kind of like gold finishes and all that stuff that the main house has. The bathroom is pretty simple, just has a stall shower and a sink and a toilet. It's not really a huge bathroom. And yeah, just getting a mirror there and just going to put in some rugs and stuff, just some simple details. And I think that'll pretty much be it for this. I'm going to do a few more things probably. Of course, there's always just a few more things I end up doing to everything after I think I'm done. So yeah, just kind of finishing off like the little area that goes up to the attic, and also just painting up here and putting some lights and stuff. But there's otherwise nothing up there. So yeah, just some empty space. But anyway, here I'm just kind of adding a little bit of a different wood texture underneath all the roof parts, so just making that look a little nicer, and also adding some brick here kind of in the retaining wall areas. So I'm just kind of to contrast like the red kind of tile there on the raised parts, and then kind of this more gray tile that matches, or gray stone that matches the rest of the stone walls kind of in the main areas here. And I'm also going to recolor these stairs just so they all kind of fit with the rest of the stone that I'm using. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for like all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to accidentally hit F1 there to go into edit town. But yeah, I'm just going to do some ceiling, have some ceiling tiles here, like some like fancier ceiling paint stuff, just so it looks nice. You'll see that in the screenshots, of course, so make sure to stick around for those. They're coming up in about, I don't know, 8 minutes or so, or actually 4 minutes, so stick around for those. But yeah, just doing that just kind of looks a bit nicer in the screenshots when you have like these like different ceilings, not just like the solid white. So yeah, just putting that in. I also do like some wood underneath the porches and stuff. So yeah, I'm also painting in all these kind of areas black here, just so it kind of looks clean when you're kind of going down the different levels. So yeah, something I like to do. Recoloring the pool as well. I don't like the default color of the pool. It always kind of bothers me. So just recoloring that, making it a little bit darker, and also adding in a fountain and some little ladders and a diving board. Also some more trees. We're going to do all the landscaping as well because I haven't even gotten to that yet. I only just put down some azalea flowers at the beginning. So I'm going to do quite a bit more stuff here. So yeah, just getting in some trees. I tried to put more trees kind of like along the driveway there to kind of block the view of the hotel parking lot that's like right next door. So yeah, that's kind of my best attempt at doing that. But anyway, here I'm getting in some more flowers and stuff just kind of around the front, and some bushes, just all my kind of general landscaping things that I do. So nothing crazy here, just kind of all that stuff. But I kind of wanted to make it look kind of lush, and as an old house, I feel like it'd be like nice to have like you know, a landscaping that kind of looks like it's been around for a while. So not necessarily like all like tiny little plants and stuff, but like more robust bushes and larger flowering bushes and trees and stuff. So, and it's like a touch on the overgrown side, but I kind of like the way that looks. So I'm just doing that here, getting in a bunch of ferns and stuff, a bunch of different bushes, a variety of things that kind of like flank the front gate with a couple spruce trees as well, which I think looks kind of cool. I also put some rocks here, just kind of like on this hill area because it gets a little steep there. So I just put some rocks there. But yeah, nothing crazy. Here's the spruce trees. Well, there's a spruce tree I didn't place down, but I'm going to put them in. Yeah, so there's a spruce tree on either side there of that gate, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. And like another one over there by the driveway. And also just some more bushes and plants and stuff. And just, I guess, various things. Some flowers and stuff here and there and everywhere. You know, it's kind of like in this little area there next to those stairs. Some different flowers and stuff. But yeah, I think essentially that's pretty much it for landscape. I'm going to do some terrain painting, of course, as well. So I'm just going to kind of go back here with the dirt. There's like a faint bit of dirt terrain paint just so it kind of looks a little bit more realistic. Always important to do that. And I also kind of like to put it along the walls and stuff. So yeah, it's always good to have. Makes it look just that bit nicer. So anyway, just using that terrain paint here, getting that in there along the walls and stuff as well, because, you know, you probably have like a little bit of dirt there instead of just the grass going right up to the house and stuff. But in general, I think it just looks better this way. So anyway, just doing some more dirt, plenty of dirt terrain paint. It's kind of up the driveway here. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for landscaping. We're going to do a little bit of outdoor lighting on the house as well. So yeah, that'll make it look kind of nice at night. Also kind of moving around the mailbox and trash can and recoloring the mailbox here as well. And we're just going to get some outdoor lights around. And what's happening now? Some more outdoor lights on the house. So just putting those around by kind of all the entrance ways. It always kind of makes it look a little bit classier to have like those lights there, I think. So, you know, also some porch lights, of course, that's always important. And I'll put some pool lights in, and to finish it off, just some outdoor furniture as well. So yeah, kind of all those essential things. Also a nice outdoor rug right there. So yeah, just looking good. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed this whole 2-part house build mecca, this like insanely long house build video. Just a lot went into this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you check out some of the other videos on my channel if you haven't already. And I really appreciate it if you consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It really helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already, this is part of like a series, Create a World series, so you can check out that series on my channel. You can also check out some of the other house design videos I've made for my world, and you can also, of course, download the world as well, along with all the houses and lots that I make for it. And I also make plenty other Sims videos as well, so Hope that you check those out. But yeah, we're pretty much close to the end here. Hope you stick around for the screenshots. They're coming up in just a minute or so. Not even a minute, just a few seconds. So anyway, hope you enjoy those, and I hope to see you next time.